Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What? We are back, day 3.
Yeah, day 3. It's been such a ride.
Yeah, so we've been here all week. I'm Evan Abrams. We're here with Jeremy Clyde.
Hey, everyone.
YouTube fashion vlogger, style expert, thrift king. And
Oh my God.
we're talking about Premiere Rush all this week. So if you've been with us all week, thank you so much. We see you all in the chat. We got Tim back in the chat. Jan is back in the chat. Olivier back in the chat. This is great. Oh, Olivier, you're from Canada. And Bertrand. So good to see you. Oh, we got Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos Cortez Espinosa.
Oh, thanks for Costa Rica. Good to see some
Wow.
Ticos out. And so, yeah, thank you, everybody. Let us know who you are in the chat. Get involved. If you're watching this stream on, if you're watching it on YouTube, jump onto the Behance live stream so we can see your chats, so you can get involved. We have a contest today, a challenge today. We have challenges throughout the week, and people have been winning a year of Creative Cloud. That's a great prize. And the challenge has been download Rush and just make something real quick with it.
Yeah.
We've seen animals. We've seen Halloween. Today, the challenging continues. We're going to challenge you to make something with movement, but a little business to take care of. Someone won yesterday. We all got together and we chose the winner of yesterday, and the winner is Jason Rose. Jason Rose
Ooh.
brought us this very creepy,
And Jason Rose is here too.
yeah. So this is uploading some nightmares. Chose a great track. Shows a good variety of things that do cause us nightmares. You know, a lot of close-ups on things are very unnerving. Especially this clown. I guess he's a clown.
Like the Purge or something.
Yeah, this is the video that made me wonder, you know, who is curating
Yeah.
who's curating the Adobe stock libraries. But it's good to see. Ooh. There we go. And then, of course, a creepy doll, creepiest thing
course.
of all. I had a family member who collected porcelain dolls.
Oh my God, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah. We don't hang out anymore. Anyway, so congratulations.
Congratulations, Jason.
And our moderators will be in touch with how you can get that stuff.
Wow.
So, without further ado, today your challenge is motion. The theme is motion. Show us things in motion. And all this week we've been talking about kind of transitions, good editing techniques, you know, cutting on action, cutting on beats, you know, conveying motion in your work. So hopefully we've shared the tips to help people have good motion in their work.
Yep.
But Jeremy, what are we doing today?
So, for today, we're just going to be doing the same thing. If you guys weren't here yesterday, you can always rewatch the previous live. But basically today, we're just going to be continuing on kind of like cutting and making the clips all together in one flow. But also, I realized that this video vlog is going to be really long. So if the time is short, I'm definitely going to have to like cram things in and like move on to a different thing where I show you guys a more stylized editing techniques that I do. And I got to practice yesterday, so I can't wait to show you guys that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're gonna be also color correcting and adding music in the background as well. Right,
because once you've got your line edit down, it's time to get all the bells and whistles on there.
Basically fine-tuning everything today.
Awesome. And once we're done, we're gonna have Amy Lee coming up next. So we've got a full day of stuff going on today. Amy Lee is gonna be up next. She's also a vlogger, a lifestyle person, does great stuff. So we're on here until 10:30. Amy Lee is up next, and then Amber Torrielba, who you might recognize as the person on your loading screen. She'll be up at noon, and then at the end of the day, we'll be giving out fabulous prizes. Also, chat and win today, so be active in the chat, and you'll win a whole bunch of stickers from Sticker Mule. You upload your designs, and they print that stuff out, and that is pretty great. So stay active in the chat. Let us know who you are, where you're from. If you have any questions for Jeremy, don't hesitate to
just ask me anything you want, and I'll provide you an answer. Hopefully.
That's right. It's not like a Reddit AMA kind of deal, but hopefully about it.
Yeah.
We'll get you what you want to know. But yeah, let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Who are you? What do you do? You know, what are you doing with Rush? What do you want to do with Rush?
Yeah.
What can we help you with?
Yeah, and if you have any questions while I'm editing something, just let us know. So.
Yeah, there's a little bit of delay on the chat, but we'll jump on you. All right, so let's get into the timeline. Let's see what's up.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what I did yesterday. of like the with the music in the background, because I'm doing the same thing kind of on the next one, and then maybe after that I can start color correcting and then show you guys the more stylized type of version that I do when it comes to editing.
Perfect.
All right, so when I was talking about the beats, this is really what I meant. Guys, I'm so overwhelmed at how much. Okay, so that was basically it, and also I did it similarly to this one right here. With this vlog. I really like the music. Alright guys, so I just got here. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing, but on this side. So yeah.
Perfect. Well, yeah, it's good because you've got a track that has very, very defined, very hard, like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
that was
like when it comes to music, I look for beats or like a certain mood, just so it goes well with like what I'm doing. Because if it's like, let's say my music that I pick was like a sad song, then that wouldn't go with me like walking to the thrift store.
Right, but thrifting is a joyful exploration.
Yeah, at least that's what I'm trying to convey to my audience. Like, if you go to thrifting, it's fun, which it is. So.
Yeah, if you had a tragic experience thrifting, maybe you put some sad music behind it. Like, you saw something and someone else grabbed it off the rack and ran out of the store.
But it's usually fun, so I try to incorporate like a more fun type of music. So yeah.
So social video should be fun. It's a light, snackable content.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a vlog. Vlogs are supposed to be fun. Not all the time, but usually.
They can be about serious things, but engaging is the important thing.
Exactly, and that's why I always have balance it with like B-rolls with some music in the background and like me talking, just so, like I said from yesterday, people don't get bored when they're watching your live.
Yeah, you want to switch it up.
Your vlog.
Yeah, you want to have that variety. You want to give people it's just like cooking. You want the salty with the sweet, or with music. It's the drops, it's the changes.
Exactly.
Same thing with editing.
Exactly.
It's the change points we notice.
Exactly. Matching the action.
All right.
All right. So I think I stopped right here. This is when we kind of stopped from yesterday. For like trousers, I guess. Let's see what they have. Ooh, this one's nice. I might have to try this out. I can always crop it if it's too long, but I like the denim washed. Alright, so this one right here are gonna be B-rolls. I'm gonna put music here again in the background. Or actually, I'm just gonna do like a little tiny bit. It's just gonna be like a quick little clip with the music in the background, and then it's gonna come to me speaking again. Right, so it looks like
we can kind of see on the timeline, like these little icons. We talked about this a little bit before.
These ones?
We've got that Rush has identified.
Yeah.
These are the voiceover points. I think that's
exactly.
super interesting that the machine knows what the content is.
Doggy Sensei knows it. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's basically these little icons right here. So in this specific clip, Rush is telling me that this is like like someone speaking in this audio, compared to these ones right here. It's just kind of like an audio, just because I'm not speaking there, so they're saying that it's probably just kind of like a normal clip. Right,
and it's identified. The music track is indeed music.
So and it's also right here. The music is identified as the music. So. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really helpful.
Especially when we get into like audio ducking, that feature when it's gonna dip one to raise the other. It's gonna mix it for you.
Exactly. And you guys are gonna see that once I put my background music for the entire vlog. So you'll see that.
It'll be amazing. It's gonna be like a couple clicks and done.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be blown away. Spoilers.
Exactly. All right, so we stop at this one right here. This is me just kind of like looking through the thing. So I'm just gonna include a little bit of it and then jump to me talking in that clip.
Perfect.
So let's see. So I'm gonna find a good spot. I'm gonna take this off where I'm just kind of reaching for it. I wanna maybe like start for maybe like right there. So I'm just gonna zoom in this real quick. You can either just drag, or you can always Command K. Control K if you're using Windows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, and also, since I know that I'm gonna be muting this, since it's a B-roll type of clip, I'll just go here to the audio icon and just toggle mute. And then you can see that the audio is in gray because it's muted. And we're gonna add the music. So right now you don't see any of our medias, but the way to add it is just plus, but since I've already imported mine, I just have to click on this little icon right here. And as you guys can see, I already mentioned this from yesterday's live, that there's plenty of clips, and I just want to look for my audio, and I can't find it. I don't want to like look through it. Good thing about Rush is that they have this little tool right here called the filter tool, and you just click on that, and since I'm looking for the audio, I could just click on audio, and there it is. That is the music that I want. So I can just click on that, click add, and there you go.
It's perfect. It's, it saves you a lot of time searching through things manually, typing them out. So it's all Rush's streamlined around the idea of saving time.
Yeah, that's literally the basically the theme of it, to make things quick. That's why it's called Rush.
Good naming, guys. The team nailed it.
Honestly. And so I've already played this music before, but I want it to start off with the action, because like if you guys haven't heard this music yet, I'll play it for a little bit.
We can kind of see also the waveform there. That this is the intro time.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's kind of really slow, and I kind of don't want that. But if I jump over this area, all right. So it looks like they don't have. That's what I want. So I'm just gonna stop right there, zoom this a little bit, and if you guys don't know how to zoom, just click the plus button on your keyboard. And then I'll click on the audio clip, cut that, and delete this one right here. And I'll just swiftly drag this, and let's play it and see how it looks and sounds. The denim washed. I'm probably gonna go with the beats again. Let's see. I know that there's gonna be a beat there, so I'm just gonna cut this, maybe move a little forward, like right here or something. And then let's backtrack this. And then I'll probably just do like 3 clips. I mean, it's the same clip, but different,
different action going on in it.
Yeah. All right, so I kind of like how once the beat starts, it goes like this, me flipping, except for the second clip. Like, I'm not sure. I'll play the third clips just to see, just if you guys notice the same thing that I'm noticing. So, so when I did that, it kind of like, it went well with the music. So I got there, but on this one, it didn't. It's kind of late, a little late. Let me see again. Yeah, so that's just kind of my little perfectionist side, just wanting to, make sure the flow is well. So I'll probably clip that, so like right there, and then we'll see that again. That's better. Just so the music, I kind of go like this. Yeah.
It's like your action is causing the sound.
Yeah, literally, because I love matching my clips with my audio.
Gotta get that synchronicity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you play Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon when you watch, what is it, Wizard of Oz or something? Correct me in the chat if I'm conflating the album you watched with the Judy Garland movie. But yeah, it's these kinds of things where it feels natural because you're hearing a thing, you're seeing a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So let's see. Maybe one last more, just so we'll, like, right there. And then I'll stop it there. And then it's gonna proceed to me talking once again. So I think I'll delete that. Oh, actually, no. I think I talk kind of like in this area, yeah. So I'm gonna cut the audio clip where it ends. So I'm gonna cut that, delete, and I'm probably gonna add like a a fade there. So
because someone was asking in the chat about how you fade up and down audio. They're asking about inline audio editing. How do you make the audio fade? That's a good question.
All right, so what I use in here is I just use the transition. So just click this icon right here, and you can just put a dip to black, and as you can see, just kind of put that there, and you can even extend that, and you can also,
Interesting. So it's the same kind of thing you would apply to video clips.
Yeah, basically, but
you drop it on the audio too.
That's just how I did mine. Yeah. So. All right. So it looks like they don't have much options for my size, which is basically this thing and that thing. Perks of being too small. Which is very true for me.
Oh, I know your pain. I can't find any.
Oh my god.
36-inch waist. No, I can find 1,000 of those. It's fine. I'm the most common pants.
Oh my god. All right. So I think in this next clip, it's me transitioning from pants to t-shirts. So I kind of want to signify that as well. So let's see what the next clip is. Perks of being too small. All right. So it looks like I'm not sure if I'm talking. I don't think I'm talking since it doesn't have that thing right there. So that's great. This one though, I am talking because it does have that thing. So kind of like this. It's just really plain olive green type of color. Cool. And then let me just see what this next clips are. There's so many options. It's crazy. Hey, you already know if you guys play Minecraft. I used to play Minecraft. This is a creeper. Shout out to Minecraft. I missed that game, low-key. Guys, I found this. Okay, so it looks like I'm like literally talking on these clips, so I might have to. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna include more B-rolls like me right here, just kind of flipping through. So I think, because it really all depends with what I'm editing. So maybe I could move this like right there. And as you guys can see that it just like moved everything over here, just the ripple edit.
It just bumps it all.
Yeah.
Doesn't overwrite the stuff.
Exactly. So I'm glad that you don't have to worry about that.
Shift it up a track, move the stuff over,
Exactly.
put it back down.
Yeah, exactly. It makes everything so much easier. So in here, it's gonna be me transitioning from pants to t-shirts, like I said. So I might add a transition there. But before I do that, I'm gonna cut this to where fits best. Look at me looking at the camera just to make sure.
It's still there? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's part of the acting side of the thrifting experience, I guess. If you're a vlogger, you'd understand. It's
true. You gotta make it a show out there, Yeah. And you're out there, so you're filming. You're doing it solo out there. You're doing evering, right?
Yeah. Solo.
Someday you'll have a crew. Someday.
That'd be great.
But I think a lot of people start out doing it, doing themselves. And Amber was saying yesterday as well that she's often, just sticking a GoPro on her face and getting her snorkel mount. But I don't think you need a snorkel mount for thrifting. But
just holding it.
That'd be a pretty good look. So pretty whack to be snorkeling through the thrift bin. But so yeah, you're out there. You're choosing your shots. When you're out there on the day, like, are there certain angles you're looking for? We've got a lot of POV stuff. Like it's like we're experiencing it from your perspective.
Exactly, and that's what I want to put out there, because this is a vlog. When I do vlogs, it's me making my audience go with me, like while by just watching me. It's like they're with my experience as well. So, and even sometimes like it's kind of weird, like where I would do, not weird, but like when I do my vlogs, I would ask them like, hey guys, so this one or this one, and like they're not there with me, so they can't decide until they watch the video. But I just kind of incorporate that just so when they're watching it, they're like, oh, that one, Yep. It's kind of like an incorporating, so they're included. So that's what I like to do.
Perfect.
It's kind of weird when you do it, cause
right. If you were doing it live, then they could be too.
Yeah, true. That's different.
That technology is coming. We'll get there. Perfect.
So Anil Henning said, how did you decide to move that scene over? So this scene right here was originally over here. Yeah. But previously it was like after this clip, it was these clips right here. But I want to signify that I went from pants to the t-shirts. So I thought this was the perfect clip to kind of like transition that from pants to thing right here. It's kind of me scouring through the t-shirts, and then I could move on to here like, hey guys, I found this. Because like me going through this, I could jump to this clip saying like, as if it's like that same clip.
Right.
That same action shot.
Right. So it's kind of like it's also like a palate cleanser because we're going from like talking and then not talking, and we're back to talking. People get a little bit of a reset in between.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. And is an important kind of choice because some people would choose, no, I'm just going to drive one into the other, and that might not be as engaging for their audience.
Exactly. Because like if you were to look everything and then it just kind of bounces and stuff like that, it's probably not the greatest, but it's nice to have that type of mindset where, you know what stuff should go first and then after, just so it flows all well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, these alternate angles, it's good to have them just to be able to cut to them.
Yeah.
You gotta give yourself the opportunity in camera on the day.
Exactly.
You can't really go back to the store and get it later.
Exactly. And it's always good to just have, different type of angles as well, just so. Like my tip for you guys, if you're vlogging or something like that, it's nice to do 3 shots of what you're doing. It's not necessarily have to be that same action shot, but just have like 3 different things. So let's say like me scouring through these things, and then so that's 1 shot already, and then this is the second shot, and they actually have a different shot where I'm not sure if it's included here, but I'm kind of like facing. Well, I guess this is another one, but just on the other side. But
reverse angle.
Yeah. But the other one was kind of like me, the camera's in front of me, and I'm like, so they're looking at me while doing that. But I think that's a different clip.
Okay.
It's not here yet.
But it's it is good to have these things to be able to cut between for variety, what we would call coverage.
Yeah, exactly.
if we were to use the appropriate term,
exactly.
we would want coverage of these things. And it is an interesting choice because we're thinking about the difference between a vlog or like a reality TV style thing. Like in reality TV, it's a lot of like we're over the shoulder, right? The camera would be like leaning over you.
Exactly.
But in a vlog, it's your perspective that is key. So
exactly.
It's interesting to see these different style points as an old who.
I feel like I'm there shopping with you. Good. That's what I want you to feel.
That's the move. Yeah. We're evoking the feeling we wanted.
Yeah,
which is perfect.
Cool. I'm glad I did my job on that one. All right, so I'm gonna add a transition to this, like I said. So to add the transition, just click on this little icon right here. It says transitions right there, so you know what that is about. And, or actually, I'm gonna go to titles actually.
Okay.
Because that's where I kind of save the templates that I got from Adobe Stock right here. So if you guys are looking for more titles and transitions, just go to Adobe Stock. They have plenty of options to choose from. I've already licensed and downloaded some of them, and it's one of them is right here. But if I go to my favorites, it's all right here. I've saved all of these things. So, and I might want to use this one again for my transition.
And it's so while you're hooking that up, Dagny was everyone's asking about the slow-mo. Everybody wants to manipulate speed of clips. Get your feature requests into Adobe. You let them know.
Yes, for sure.
Because it's definitely one of the most requested
The most
things.
requested? Yeah.
But this is a brand new program. It's brand new architecture, new out this year. So there are a lot of things that the team kind of has to get to first. Got to get it out there, got to get it going. And those things, I've been told that top people are working on it to figure this stuff out. But
Very much.
And it is quite a challenge to figure out, conforming frame rates, altering frame rates. And because this program works on mobile and on desktop, there's a lot of processing going on. It is a very lean and pretty fast program, as we've seen, but it does take this kind of idea of time remapping is pretty intensive. That is a highly technical and intensive thing. So
Exactly.
It's don't worry, we have top people on it. And,
for sure. They're getting on it, and they're listening to you guys. So definitely, like what he said, if you want to submit requests, Tim has provided you a link to upvote your requests. So
it's
click on that link.
It's kind of a democratic system because a lot of people want a lot of things, right? And there are only so many real humans making real software.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
deal with it. And also, while we're here, I'm just going to remind you, you see a little red number in the corner of the screen. It's down
there, right there.
Okay. We'll find it. backwards. So we got 4 minutes. Get active in the chat. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what you're doing. Give us your questions. We'll be using our sophisticated algorithms to pick a winner of 100 custom stickers by Sticker Mule, and you'll be able to print out your branding and put them places. Let people know whose laptop is this, whose monitor is this, whose longboard is this. Just naming objects, and that'd be great. So yeah, that's coming up, and let's get to this transition here. That you've used this. I think you've used it on day 1, but let's go through. What are these things? What can you do with them?
All right. So for this transition, it already has like a set type of length, but if you want to slow it down, you could always just kind of like move this or maybe move that, and that just makes everything faster. So I'm just gonna play this real quick. Small. So you can see that was kind of fast, but if I were to lengthen it up, then it would be being too small. A lot slower. So it's really up to you, So that's what I like.
And it's not going to be, you might need it faster in some instances, slower in others, and that squishing the handles, extending the handles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a trimming action, it's a stretching action.
Exactly. And one cool thing about this too, like you like the transitions, but you don't like the colors that they have. So what you could do is just go to that same thing where you got it from. So this one right here in my titles, and then just go click edit, and they have a bunch of options. So let's say I want to change the beige color, which is this one right here. I like how we kind of like outline that part. So this is what you're editing, Jeremy.
Right.
So that's really nice. That's neat. Let's say I want to change the color to a black. I can just put black, and then that changed it. So if you're really picky about colors, you can always do that. But I kind of like that beige color, so I'm just Control-Z that.
I actually like the beige color.
Yeah, I like the beige. It goes with the colors. But if you want to be more specific with colors, just do that. It just makes everything a whole lot easier.
All right, and Kevin Garcia is asking, this works on a Mac? It's working on a Mac right now.
It's working on a Mac.
You're watching it live, buddy.
Yeah.
I could prove it right here.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our transition up there. It's taking us from one thing to another.
So I might lengthen this shorter just so it's a lot quicker for me. Let me see this. Too small. All right, and as you can see, I don't want to put like sounds here, so I'm gonna mute this again. So I'm just gonna click on the clip, go to the audio, and click mute again. And if you don't want to do that, like if you want to hear the ambient noise, I guess, you can always just kind of like lower this volume, and you don't hear it as much, but it's up to you. But I for sure want to mute this clip. So
well, none of that sounds.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna add that same audio again. So it's right here. Add that, and we already know where to stop it, so I'm gonna cut that stuff right there. I'm just gonna close this real quick. And if you're using Mac, if you want to know shortcuts on how to split your clips or your audio, Command K.
Keyboard shortcuts are key, and they come in time, right? A lot of people are like, oh, how am I going to memorize all those? Like, you're not going to memorize them all right away.
It's acquired. Like, you have to keep editing and kind of keep using them until it's just kind of like in the back of your head, like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, and you get the muscle memory from doing it all the time.
Exactly.
It's the sort of thing that comes in time. Don't stress yourself. That you might not be picking them up right away.
Exactly.
It comes, and because eventually, like I've been doing video stuff for 10 years, and I just like, oh, I know I want to do these things. I want to grab this tool. I want to do that, and it just happens automatically.
Exactly.
So
So I'm glad you guys are liking my information about changing the colors for the graphic transitions. I also kind of want to show you guys how you can change the text and stuff like that, because they also have titles, So after this transition, I want to I keep saying signify.
It's gonna be stuck in your head now. You've done it once, and now you're stuck.
I want to signify that I am looking through the t-shirts now. So I'm gonna go to
also.
the chat and
while you
countdown.
think about that, you'll purge those words from your mind. We've got some fireworks going on because we are at the end of the chat and win. So everybody, get involved on the chat. Tell us right now who you are, where you're from. Pew, 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 fireworks going all over the place. So get active in the chat, and someone is going to win 100 custom stickers from Sticker Mule. Get active.
It's gonna be amazing. And we're back.
We're back, and yeah, so the fireworks continue around here. You know, everything's blowing up, pew pew pew, and our sophisticated algorithm is going to find a winner for the 100 custom stickers on Sticker Mule. Also, well, I've got your attention here in the two-shot. We have a challenge going on today, giving away a terrific prize. It's going to be a year of Creative Cloud coming up for those who download Rush and those who create a video about motion, about movement. So join the movement, download Premiere Rush, make a video, and send it to the WooBox link. All the challenge details are at behance.com/live in the challenge tab. If you're involved on the chat, you win some stickers, and the person who's winning the stickers here is Javier Hernandez. Well done, Javier.
Good
That's
job,
terrific.
Javier.
And you know, let us know in the chat what you're going to do with your 100 custom stickers. You could stick them all over the place.
Yeah,
it's going to
exactly.
be wonderful. And if you're in the chat on YouTube, or if you're watching this recast anywhere else, just remember, come join us on Behance Live. Log in so that we can interact with you here in the studio. We only get to see the Behance chat, so your questions on YouTube are going unanswered for that reason. And also, in the replay, everything's going to be available on the replay. So if you missed us earlier in the week, if you missed the first half of this stuff, it's all going to be there. It's all going to be archived. And you know, we're on here for till 10:30, so you got another hour with us, and then we've got Amy Lee next, and we've got Amber Torrielba after that. So we've got lots of stuff going on. Let's get back into it. Let's get it going here.
So like I said a while ago, I'm going to be including a title here just to signify that I'm doing my t-shirt section. So I'm gonna click in titles right here, and like I said, there's plenty of options in Adobe stock, but I've already kind of downloaded my favorites. So I think actually I'll use maybe this one right here that I've kind of used in my social cards.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna drag that right here. And what I was talking about a while ago, where I want to change kind of like, you know, the text, the colors, and stuff like that. So one cool thing you could do is just go here to edit. And it's the same thing a while ago where you can change the color. So right here, you can always change the color. So let's say I want that really deep orange. It's just gonna be there. But I think for this one, I'm just gonna use this picker tool right here, and then just use this red.
Choosing colors that are already in the frame.
Yeah, it makes everything more cohesive.
Because we've got a lot of reds, but most things in the frame are neutral. You know, like so if you want to, you could do something contrasting. You could do something harmonized, but make use of what you've got and try to simplify.
Exactly.
Color discipline.
Exactly.
It's important. You can put any color you want.
Exactly,
But we
yeah.
choose to do these colors.
And if you want to change the text, just double tap it, and then I'll change this to what should I change this to? Lowercase. I love my lowercase aesthetic. T-shirt section.
Yeah, tell us in the chat what we should be calling these these segments.
What should we call this? Because I'm kind of unsure actually.
There's a bit of delay on the chat, so while they're figuring that out, Dagny was asking, how do you select something as a favorite? Like when you're looking at the templates, how do you earmark this as favorites?
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So let's say you don't know what you're doing yet. So if you want to mark a transition or a title as a favorite, just go to that. So I'm gonna click this titles right here, and since Rush already kind of predetermined the presets that you should be using, if you like one of them, just go to that one, and as you guys can see, you see like a little star here. So just click on that, and then that just tells Rush that, oh, Jeremy, this is your favorite. So yeah, click that star just as your favorite, and then if you want to look at all your favorites, they have a drop-down menu right here, and just click on favorites, and ta-da, there it is.
Interesting. Good.
Really simple.
And Tracy's asking, can you color code clips? Like, if there are certain clips in your bin that are your favorite, can you do the same thing there, or or do you just organize them into a folder if you really want to? Is there a way to organize your project files in the same way? That's a question. Don't know.
Good question.
I think we've talked about this earlier, how organization is really important. Like, of the files you're using, the files that we see you use, you've already pruned out a lot from the day that didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
So when you've got the stuff in your bin and you bring it onto your timeline,
Yeah.
you're really saying, this is the best of the best of the best.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already in here. So
Yeah,
it's-
so that's how I do it, like, before post-production, if that makes sense.
yeah, this is like you're looking at your dailies, you're saying, oh, what good shots am I going to use?
Exactly.
These go in the bin, these come with us into the edit suite.
Yeah.
So you really want to prune, and you want to shoot too much, right?
Yeah.
it's,
Exactly.
it's maybe the big lesson about in-camera stuff. Shoot more than you think you'll need.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always great to do that because you have more options to choose from.
So let's see, if anybody come up with suggestions for the
Title.
t-shirt section.
Favorites. Some titles that are
Oh yeah.
basic.
Your graphics would add as a favorite. So graphics that you would create for your favorite. I think Tim jumped on this yesterday, saying that if you make templates in Premiere, like if you make your Mogerts in Premiere, you can bring those in. And we're After Effects functionality coming up later for those true custom things. That's another one of those feature requests to get to. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm feeling a name for a section like T-shirt time, T-shirt-tastic. That could be something.
Let's do
The T-zone.
maybe off to shirts or off of t-shirts or something.
Need more T-shirt puns.
Because I also kind of want to put something on the subtitle, so I don't know.
Multi-layered puns. Let's see.
Off to the shirts.
Oh, what if you did off to the shirts? Just turn that O into an apostrophe.
Oh my god.
Kaboom. There you go. Top of the shirt to you.
Tea time. Ooh.
Tea time.
Tea-tastic.
Now we're getting places,
Tea
guys.
time. There you go. That's kind of like witty. So, and I'm just gonna do Lego. I can always change this in the future, but we'll use that for now.
Right. That's your placeholder. your lorem ipsum text.
Exactly. And like I said a while ago, if you want to change the text font and stuff like that, just go to Edit, and I'm gonna click on this tea time right here. My favorite one is Avenir Next, but I'm not gonna use the heavy italic that I usually use. I'm gonna use the more bold italic, not the heavy one.
Oh, I like yawn here. Shirt happens. That's
Oh, that's actually really good. Yep, sure it happens for sure. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Take a bow, buddy.
Ooh, I actually like that one because like it goes with the music where when the transition goes in, the title goes in, and then when it goes up, it's like perfect.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's one of those happy accidents
Yeah.
that sometimes happens.
Good accidents. I love those. All right, so I'm gonna replay this again just to see. So I might want to like change it because I feel like it's kind of a long shot of just me kind of scoring through. And then I'm gonna click this right here, Command K, and I'm gonna choose me when I'm more for maybe like when I did that little thing, just so there's an action or something. So
Right.
Command K there, delete that.
It squishes it back together.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see that real quick. There you go. Then there's another beat coming there, so I'm gonna do that Command K again. And then hopefully I do another shirt, just so there's action.
Oh, he's
Maybe that
pulling it
one
up
right
on the
there.
other side.
I love me some actions. Command K there, delete. So let's see that. And then another one there, maybe a little backtrack a little bit.
And it's interesting because on YouTube, I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday, the use of jump cuts, like of having a static shot or a moving shot, but these things that, like in classic editing, they would say, oh, jump cut's bad. But now it's like, jump cut's okay.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can do that. It's not a hard rule to say never do a jump cut. It's like, you can use them for creative expressions.
Exactly. Like it's definitely used a lot more now.
So don't be so rigid in your classic editing education. Yeah.
So here, this probably will be my last one right here. So let's see that real quick. so there's actions. And then I'll stop there. I like that music because it has like a nice place to kind of stop it. One cool thing about that is that it makes it easier for you to just kind of know where to edit. So if you find the right music, it makes your editing a lot easier.
Creates kind of like an audio sting, right?
Yeah,
and people
exactly.
can, if they've heard it a couple times, they can kind of anticipate that.
Yeah.
On this beat, it's going to be over, so I know what's going to come up
Exactly.
next.
That's actually how I look for my music. I have to, when I look through my music, I found this music on the YouTube audio library called Bougie Bounce. But yeah, that's how I did it there. And I listened to it and I was like, whoa, this has some nice beats. This would be great for my vlog. So.
And we have a lot of people interested in this question. When you're editing or you're deleting these clips off the timeline, are they going away forever? This is not destructive, right? You could just extend those clips if you wanted to.
Oh,
you could
yeah,
bring them back in. Like
yeah. That's
know.
one cool thing about it. Like, let's say, let me give an example on that. So let's say, let's cut this clip in half, and then I delete that. But I'm like, oh no, I actually kind of want to extend it. So you just drag that there, and it's kind of back, you know?
Yeah, the frames aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's still gonna be there. So
the timeline is really just a bunch of references of instances of original sources. This is one of those kind of technical hard things that I think some people, if they're coming from photo editing or something like that, it can be a little bit of a trip to think about, wait a minute, I'm not actually destroying anything when I delete it, but it's gone. It's not gone. It's
still
just
there.
we've just chosen to not look at that much
Yeah.
of it, and we can bring it back. We can take it away if we want to. So if you're comparing this to like old time editing where you had like a real film, did you get to do that in
my
your?
phone does now.
No. Oh wow. You'd have to go to a museum to do that now.
Yeah.
But if you're editing with real film, you physically take a film strip and you snip.
Cut it.
Snip. That's why it's called the razor blade tool, because you would take a razor blade in a machine and go like this, and then you would stick it back together with tape, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
And then you get exposed to a lot of film chemicals. That's a fun. It's a fun course. If they have classic film in college.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Actually, I need to try that. Actually,
It can be
really
fun. You find out where all these Instagram filters come from. You know, all these cross-processing looks.
Exactly.
But we use the same techniques, but the tool is non-destructive, so you can go back. If I were to razor blade physical footage, I would have to then tape a bunch of things back together to add the frame.
Yeah, exactly.
So we live in a golden age, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've pretty much used a bunch of it already. So I think I said that I'm gonna end the music like around right here. Let me see that again, just to make sure. Okay. So yeah, it's about right when this clips end. So maybe I should just put this more right there and then go to the music and then K there, delete that. And then like I said, to add the dip to black or crossfade, I just go to the transitions, use the dip to black for the audio, and there you go. Just kind of slowly put that away. And then just gonna delete all this clip right here, and this one right here is gonna be me talking. Or actually, did I forget this clip? Ooh, that is what I forgot. I should incorporate this, like maybe incorporate this right here as if I'm like looking through it. So let's see. Let's do like about right there. At least a little bit of clip of it. So maybe there. And Command K that. And just include that there. I'm gonna delete one of these things that maybe this one. Nah, this one.
It's hard choices, man.
This one.
Editing is all about the hard choices.
Exactly. Actually, maybe this one. All right, so let's see that one. Just so we have variety, I guess, on that one. Oh, I forgot to mute that one.
Very jarring sound.
Yeah. Kind of ruin everything there. Okay, let's see.
Dagny is asking another question. Is it hard to do a reverse fast quick action? I'm not sure what that refers to. If you can kind of define a little bit more,
I think she meant like if you could do like a reverse. Because like, the speed and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
So
Which I don't think we have. I don't think we have
Yeah.
time reversing yet.
yeah. So we don't have that tool yet, but if you want to submit the request, they have a link where to go that.
Right, because then you'd be running the film forward and then running it back. So it'd be like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is
I actually
fun.
use that tool a lot.
Right, on your looks when you're doing like your turnarounds, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, exactly. It's like a boomerang basically. Yeah.
yeah, and it's good because like that kind of looping thing, you get one great movement,
And then you can just use
and
that.
you just loop it over and over
Yeah.
again, and as you describe the the feel and the texture and the style,
Exactly.
and people get to see it.
Exactly.
It's a good
You'll
look.
see that a lot on my videos. So
And just a reminder, guys, we got 13 minutes to get your challenge submissions in. Show us, we're talking about movement, show us some movement. That's what we want to see.
that was a good segue right there.
That's why they bring me on these things. So,
I was like, whoa, that was good. That was a good one. Good job.
all right. So we've got some more variety in here. Where are we
Yeah.
going next?
So it looks like here I'm talking now, and I think after this, since like I said, this is gonna be a really long vlog, as you can see. So I'm maybe around the submission deadline, then I'll do the actual stylized clips. The not me talking, it's just me kind of like showing off the clothes that I just bought, just so you guys would get to see my creative process on that, because that is a lot different from what I'm doing now.
Right, and then we get into some color correcting,
Yeah.
get into color grading,
Yeah,
which is separate from
exactly.
correcting.
Yes. And I'm excited for you guys to see that, because that's my favorite part when it comes to editing, because I like being creative and stuff like that, and like doing random things. I'm like, okay, that looks good.
And this is creative too, at kind of
Yeah.
a more macro
Yeah,
level.
exactly.
It's very,
Exactly.
there's different levels of creativity required when you're editing,
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna jump here, me talking, and like I said, the reason why I know that I'm talking is because of this little icon right here. So I also kind of like this. It's just really plain olive green type of color. I've been getting solid colors lately, so I have these so far right here. So jeans, the blue-ish colored, and then this olive green color. So far that's what I have. Let's dig more. So let's dig more. I'm just gonna stop it there, and I think I kind of started late on this one, because I always do a little breathing room. So yeah, this one right here. So I'm just gonna Command K, delete that one. Cool. So after this clip right here, I also kind of like this. It's just wait, let me see. Yeah. I also kind of like this. It's just really plain
little jump
olive
cut there.
green type of color. All right. So for this one, I think, yeah, it's just me talking.
Take more. I'm literally so overwhelmed. There's so many options. It's crazy.
Hey, you already know if you guys play Minecraft. I used to play Minecraft. This is a creeper. Shout out to Minecraft. Maybe I should stop there. Shout out to Minecraft.
Yeah, that's a good outline,
Yeah.
I think.
Guys, I found this really nice Vancouver, Canada type of...
Actually bought that.
Hey,
Sure.
that's
Hey,
a good
Vancouver,
choice.
Canada.
That's right.
But you're from Ottawa.
I'm from Ottawa, yeah, but shout out to Van City, everybody
Yeah.
up there. So.
Oh, you guys call it the Van City?
Van City? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Some people do. There are a lot of names for a lot of
Yeah.
towns in Canada. I think There's
Yeah.
like 2 towns that call themselves the Smoke Hammer. So it's a lot of names. There's a lot of nicknames for every city.
Yeah.
But good on you. You have good taste in shirts, man.
It's not fully white, but I really like it. I feel like it would go well with the pants that I have right now. So I'm definitely getting this. Why do I feel like I'm already going to be spending a lot of money and I'm just in the first aisle? Like, they have so many options and so
We've
many
only
good things,
just
I think.
scratched the surface.
I'm excited to go to the sweater areas because it's winter, first of all. But right now I'm just in the shirt area. But I can't wait for the...
I feel like I just repeated myself there, so that's where I'm like, okay, Jeremy, you need to cut that, because I feel like you're just repeating yourself. So, yeah, I'm just kind of repeating myself here. So let's go back to that thing.
to the sweater areas because it's winter, first of all.
And
Yeah.
you were saying this week that you cut out a lot of like your ums,
Yeah.
your likes, your filler
Yeah.
words, your and.
Yeah, exactly.
When you edit, you can trim all these things out. You can leave them if you want more of a warts and all kind of appearance. But
Exactly.
if there's anything you can remove, trim it down.
Trim it down to make it a lot more concise and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I'm wondering if I should just show my my other half's house videos, or should I wait?
No, I think you know, if you want to jump into it, go right ahead. Take us where you want to go.
Cool.
You're in the driver's seat here.
Yeah. All right, because I just wanted to jump on that just because, you know, we have a little time limit right here. Because this was gonna be just like a kind of like the normal type of editing, you know. So I want to put you guys to where I actually get more stylized with my editing. So I'm just gonna go add those media. So I'm gonna click this plus button, click on media, and everything is already.
Look at these folders, guys. Dagny's asking, what do you use to film with? Are you using a phone? Are you using a camera?
So for my vlogging, I use my Canon G7X. It's one of the most most used vlogging camera amongst YouTubers.
And it's pretty small, right? It's like a little point and shoot looking.
I wish I had it with me, but yeah, it's looking really small, and yeah, it has a flip screen, so it makes it easier for you to look at yourself, just so you know what you're filming.
Yeah, having that big flip screen that you can turn around, the Canon 60D. I don't think they call it that anymore, but that was one of the first ones with one of those flip screens on it. It's super good because you can flip it around, you can look at yourself, you can pick it up and like film over things, which is terrific. You can do your Annie Leibovitz shooting from the hip down low kind of thing, and it's so much versatility to get different angles and to still see visually what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because it's nothing worse than getting some footage, reviewing it later, like, oh, the angle was bad. That was the thing I wanted to look at was in the very corner because I had to do this with the camera. And when you're out there, you're shooting it all yourself. You want to be in control of the stuff.
Yeah. So it's nice to always have that, just so you know what you're actually filming.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the best.
Yeah, so we're coming up on our challenge submission deadline here. Get in your videos about movement. Get those in. We've got at least one submission here I'm seeing so far, so get them in, guys, so we can have a look. We can review your stuff. Someone's going to win a year subscription.
A year subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud.
Yeah, we're going to review them at the end of every segment, but we're going to be awarding the prize at the end. So that's coming up at the end of the day. So stick around all day long, guys. But yeah, let's get into this creative stuff that you want to show us.
All right, so I'm gonna start maybe on this clip right here. As you guys can see, this was the one that you saw, the Vancouver, Canada shirt. So let's see. Actually, for now, maybe I'm just gonna use these two clips right here. This right here. This one and this one. All right, so I'm gonna first start with finding the movement that I like. So
and also very creative use of like the sunbeam here.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have to like wait until a certain time of day?
Yeah, I waited till I think that's like around 6 p.m. in San Diego area. So I was like, okay, I want it to be moody. I want it to be like, and I don't know. I just wanted to be like that, and I thought it was like the perfect thing to do. So I was like, yes.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that golden hour, that natural light. And really like working with what you've got, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you could go out and get a big lighting rig.
Yeah, with my studio lights, because I do have my studio lights, but I decided to just use that because I thought it would be more moody, and it really all depends on your aesthetic. But that was my aesthetic.
If you want the color temperature, you have to put some gels on it or something. And
exactly.
It's a whole lot of stuff,
Yeah.
man. Just wait until 6 o'clock. The sun will help you
Yeah.
out. You're gonna get that nice golden glow. Great for skin tones.
Exactly.
Really hides a lot of my blemishes.
You don't even have blemishes.
That's why I have a beard. It's the purpose of facial hair. All right, so you've got this shot. We're finding the motion that you want to use.
Yeah, the motions that I want. So when I was filming this, I was doing kind of a lot just to find what I really want. Let's see.
Pose, vogue.
Let's see, maybe from right here to there. Kind of want to extend that one. So there, I think I like that one better. So from here to there. Maybe I'll just extend actually. From like, because I want this to be kind of long too. Maybe right there. All right, so when it comes to these type of clips, I like to, actually, what did I do there?
It's a lot of editing by feel, trying to see, how does it feel to look at this clip? Very subjective. There's no kind of like hard formula to this kind of thing.
Yeah, so So for this thing, I want to overlay kind of the same thing on top. So if you want to duplicate a clip, I haven't done this before in this live, but I've done it before when I wasn't live. But click on the clip that you want to duplicate and click this little plus button right here. It says duplicate, so you know that it's gonna be that tool. So as you can see, I have 2 now, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this one on top, just right there. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm not gonna have any type of audio on this one, so I'm just gonna mute this too.
Right, because now we've got like double audio tracks on top of each other. That would be, you know, twice as loud, or however it happens when you add audio levels.
Yeah.
Someone will correct me about when you add 20 decibels to 20 decibels. It really makes 40 decibels.
Yeah. So so this is what I've got so far, and how I want to stylize this for this specific clip. I'm gonna do a different thing on this one, but for this specific one, I'm going to just change the cropping on this. So I'm gonna click this, and as you guys can see, there's like a crop tool right here, crop and rotate. And what I could do is I could just kind of change the width and height. And I like this because they have a toggle switch for the maintain properties or not. So I like that, makes things easier. And what I like to do is I go crop it as well. So for the horizontal, I'm gonna make it move kind of like right there. Or maybe not.
So you're creating like a composite frame of different images. Very cool.
Yeah. So I just want to see where, and then maybe like right there, and then if I just want to move it manually, I can always just kind of like do that stuff right there. And I'm gonna make this into that same color, but the background I'm gonna color correct it to a SL Noir. Just have that moody feel.
One of the many kind of preset looks that you can get into.
Exactly. And it's all about like stylizing your video, but this is kind of like how I do mine. And for this top one, I'm actually gonna be using maybe one of these presets right here. Let's see what looks good. I thought the Fuji one looks nice before. Maybe lower the intensity a little bit on that. So this is kind of me showing like what I like doing. And if I want to put like a little title, I can always just kind of like add a transition title or whatever. But for me, I like doing it myself. So I would just add a media, and I would go to like, let's see, I'm on a desktop, I have pictures, and I have YouTube, and then I'm gonna use this white thing. And I'm gonna put this on top, actually.
More layers.
More layers. As you can see, it's just like really big. So we're gonna do that little crop thing again. And gonna go to advanced.
And you can keep putting tracks on tracks on tracks in here.
Basically infinite.
Because before, like, we were pretty much editing everything in a line, right? And which is, you know, that's one way to look at things. Some people want to organize it into different layers. They might think this is my A line of like an interview, and this is the B roll I put above it, and this is the titles I put above that. So people organize their lives that way. There's no one perfect way. You gotta find the workflow that works for your content, the way you organize your ideas, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right, so we got this, and this is just like a white rectangle that you dropped in. So
I just dropped that there. And then I'm just gonna put like a, you know, just a title on top of that. So it doesn't have to be all fancy. Like I've already used like 4 different layers.
Right.
So like that. I'm just gonna change this. I'm gonna do maybe the lowercase thing again. Oh, before I do that, the challenge submission deadline is over.
We've hit it. We've hit the deadline. We're gonna give our excellent producers a chance to compile everything into the Woo box, make sure that it all filters in, so the last minute things can kind of get taken care of there. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who's, you know, coming in early today, you know, hitting it with us, you know, getting in here, getting their videos done. If you didn't get it in by this deadline, there's going to be another opportunity coming up next, and after that, another opportunity. So we got 2 more windows open for you, and you know, we're talking about movement today. We're talking about opening something in Premiere Rush, creating a video about movement. A lot of people are using Adobe stock assets. So if you're, if you don't think, oh, I can't film something moving, I don't have time for that. Well, just take out your phone and find something moving around. I would definitely accept, videos of cats moving around, dogs moving around. We love pets here, but it's so good to see people coming in and making this happen. So let's have a look at these entries.
Yeah, cool.
All right. First one we have received is from Tim. Tim's back. Tim is hitting it every day. He is great. All right, movement. Kind of a slow burn off the start.
I feel like there's gonna be like a climax on this one.
Yep. Some of those jump cuts going up.
I like the music too.
This is fun. Have you ever done something like this?
I wish.
Paragliding?
I want to do that so bad.
Yeah. It's not as dangerous as it seems.
I want to fly.
You like to fly? Yeah. Great. There are small airports where you can jump into a plane. They'll let you take the wheel.
Good one, Tim.
That's great. So we saw a lot of cutting on beats there at the beginning. It was good to
Cuts as well.
Working with the speed of footage. It was
Yeah.
terrific. So it was great. And now our second entry of the morning.
Zon
yeah,
Toyon.
wonderful. This is number 807, so don't confuse them with the others. It's important. All right. Loving the music people are choosing this morning. People are clearly fired up.
Oh, I like that. The speed. Nice. That was a good one.
Adobe Live. Loving it. That's great. Thank you, Zom. That's terrific. That's great. Woo! Clap, 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 clap.
I realized that he used the flicker title transition there at the end. That's good. I saw that in the Adobe stock. So
I see your Flickr titles. That's great. And people were asking about changing the speed of footage. Since he's using Adobe stock, these are kind of hyperlapses that have already been put together. Someone was saying in the chat yesterday that they just love watching videos of people driving. It can be very relaxing. It's like you're on
it's
a journey.
like you're also
places.
in their car.
Yeah. You get the full driving experience. Really sped up sometimes.
Yeah.
But it can, I don't know, the things moving past the frame very quickly. Again, with tunnel vision drawn in. So both great entries. Thank you for getting those out. And remember, throughout the day, movement, download Premiere Rush, create a video about movement, submit it to us, share it around, and get active in the chat. There are other opportunities to win custom stickers coming up. Ask us questions that you've got. We're jumping into some color correcting right here.
Yeah.
And after us today, we're still here for about another half an hour or so.
Yeah.
And we've got Amy Lee coming up next, Amber Torrielba after that. So full day of activities coming up. It's the last day that we're here together.
Yeah.
So let's make the most of our time.
Exactly.
And get creative with this.
I want to show you guys my more stylized type of feels. So basically, I just kind of like re-edited this part. This one right here. So I had two clips on top of one another, and then the background was in more of a black, and then the front I did the SL Kodak preset filter. And then I just put the Vancouver shirt there just to signify what it's about. And I kind of want to jump onto this one right here. I'm gonna do a different one on this one. Let's see, let's find.
Rocking the French tuck here. Look at this.
So this is me filming just a bunch of movements just to know, just to see what I would want to do. Get more options.
Got to play around, give yourself options in camera that you can use in editing.
So I think I like this one right here from, so there. So from this one to that one,
and that one.
Javier Hernandez
That
is
one.
asking where we get our music from, and anyone in the chat, folks who are submitting videos, let people know in the chat where you get your music from. But you were saying from the YouTube Creators Library?
Yeah, I find most of my music in YouTube Audio Library, but I also do use third-party, things. But usually YouTube Audio Library because they have a bunch of options there. So
I'm a big fan of Premium Beat. They have one of the things I like about Premium Beat, not to shill for them too much, but you can get like a full track. When you get a track from them, you get like a long track, various short
60,
versions.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And
Yeah.
then a lot of them have like a bunch of loops, so you can kind of deconstruct and extend things as you need, and it really makes like, oh, I've got a minute 50 of song, and I need to cover 2 minutes. Well, I can pad it out with little loops in there to make that
that's
happen.
nice.
And it really opens up the freedom to remix things, because I'm terrible at audio, I will admit. I'm perhaps the worst, but I just don't have the ear for it. I'm bad at picking up the rhythm of things and the semi-beats and the halftones and stuff. But it's the sort of thing where like, oh yeah, this fits, this puzzle piece fits with this. It's like building with Lego.
Exactly, yeah.
And then I've made a beautiful Lego thing. So.
I also use Epidemic Sound, but that's more definitely for my stylized ones. Yeah.
All
right, so this one right here, I'm gonna be using this one right here, and I'm gonna first color correct this, or actually duplicate it first. So duplicate that again, put the other one on top, and also I'm going to be, I think I'm gonna change. Okay, actually, I'm gonna change the crop on top. So I'm gonna click the crop tool here. I'm gonna increase the size first.
There's a crop top pun in there somewhere, but I can't
Here,
find
crop top.
There you are.
And
Bringing it back, guys.
I'm gonna do like a little magnify tool, like magnify type of effect. So you guys can see it's not in the same levels of the zoom, of the scale. So I'm gonna do that like right there. And maybe also on the bottom. It's kind of like the same thing. And I'm going to make this top right here a different color correction. So I'm gonna do the noir again. And then in the bottom one, I'm going to do Fuji or Kodak. I think Fuji. And kind of intensify it. No, maybe do that. And I'm gonna go to edit, and I'm just gonna increase the tint a little bit just so it's a little pinkish. Probably like just 6. Probably not.
Are all the color templates named after film stock, I wonder?
I mean, it looks like it, yeah. Because I see these same things in Premiere Pro.
Yeah. Okay.
So probably, yeah.
I will keep my film history to myself.
And I'm gonna increase the shadows on this one. I mean, decrease the shadows on this.
Oh, now we're getting detailed. What's this tab that you're in? This twirl down. This is.
Which one?
Oh, just because we were working with like stock color, and now we're getting refining it even more, right?
Yeah. So a while ago I just did the the normal preset, the built-in presets that they have, but now I just click on edit and I'm here now, just kind of like tweaking things, stuff like that. So I think for this one I'm going to increase the contrast.
We've got all kind of the same kind of sliders and stuff you would see in like Lightroom or in Lumetri. It's a similar kind of panel. But if you're thinking like, oh, I don't want to just use presets, well, don't worry about it. We got you.
All right, so let me see. I'm gonna make this black again. I'm just gonna playing around, you guys, because I just like to do that. This one.
It's kind of like a Bob Ross.
Yeah.
If, you know what? If you want that to be desaturated, you just go ahead and take the color out of it.
Yeah. But as you guys can see, this is kind of like the effects that I did. So like here, overlaid, and this one, it really depends on your style, but these are my style, like overlaying stuff, just making it look cool. Oh, probably want to mute that too.
That's right, we got 2 channels of audio. That's what happens when you
really loud.
Double up your audios.
And maybe just to like increase the feel, I'm gonna add another,
what's this called? Another song. So I'm gonna go to desktop, Adobe Live, AL Music. I'm gonna use Groove.
Yeah, and we're bringing in new items into the project.
Yeah.
So before we were filtering things already in the project, now we brought a new thing in.
Exactly. So for this one right here, we'll use this one. See? And I chose this music just because it's so slow and stuff like that. Love it.
You've had a stressful day.
Yeah.
Just come on in. Let's check out these shirts.
And then maybe I'll cut both of them just so I could go to a different set where I'm like moving a different way. There you go. And I do this right. Yeah.
Is there going to be saxophone coming up?
Probably not on this one.
Too bad. That's a shame.
Yeah. So that's two ways I like to edit and stuff like that. It really all depends. I like to be more creative and stuff like that, but that's just gonna take longer. But I also want to show you guys how I color correct these type of clips as well, because we are really running low on time.
That's all right.
Almost there. But I just want to show you guys, you know, like how I edit those type of clips.
And I think some people might have been asking, what's the difference between color correction and color grading? You know, that's it. Some people use the terms interchangeably, but for you, like, you're shooting in different lighting environments, right? You know, you might not have white balanced your camera.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, these are, I think, because you went to a technical kind of like a college, technical high school, so you have formal multimedia training. Where, you know, you would have been white balancing cameras and stuff all the time. I guess talk people kind of through, you know, some of those challenges that you deal with when you're out shooting in these different environments.
Oh yeah, well definitely, like, you never know when you go out, like, if it's gonna be, I mean, you could always look at the weather, if it's gonna be sunset or if it's gonna be sunny, if it's gonna be gloomy, but you never really know, because sometimes when you film a clip, for example, like in this certain shot, it's like really, really gloomy, but then when you just move a little bit, then it becomes really bright. So it can be challenging to kind of color correct / color grade that. You can't just put the same color correction on that same thing.
Yeah.
So definitely have to dive in more.
Yeah, and leaning on things like auto color and those kinds of things can be useful. Like auto color can fix up some stuff, but you know, you do get that kind of like like it's gonna go warm cold. You know, that could happen sometimes. So tip number one, if you have a camera where you can lock the white balance, please do so.
Exactly.
Save yourself the headache.
Yeah.
And you know, check the lighting situation you're in. Are you under tungsten lights? Are you under fluorescent lights? There's a lot of things that folks may not know about color temperature, because our eyes really try to do the color correction for us. You know, when I'm out in the sun, I don't perceive it as warm light. You know, it's just light.
Exactly.
It's white light. So you know, that's and in that panel where you were tweaking all the tones and the colors, you can kind of bring those things out.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's and then once you've got it all harmonized, you've got it all in the baseline, then you can color grade it for a specific feel, specific look. All those, you know, those beautiful things you're doing with all the effects.
Exactly.
It's you know, that's something that kind of elevates your work.
Exactly.
You know?
It separates it.
You just roll out there, point and shoot, auto white balance on the camera, everything in it, and it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as good. So take the time, have a look.
So Dagny asks, how did you double frame images side by side? Love it when you see the 3 shirts. I think I know what you're talking about. Let me just jump to this clip right here. So you said, here, I'm just gonna import maybe a different clip, just so.
Yeah, we can go through this kind of process again, which is great.
I'll use this one.
And yeah, Paco's on it. He's got the right language to tell you about about your color grading and color correction.
Yeah. But I think she meant like if I could do, because you can be as creative in Rush as possible. Like it doesn't have to be, you don't, because like on this one right here, you know, I overlaid it on top, and I can be more creative with this one by like maybe doing like the same clip but 3 different crop. But it looks like it's just, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's basically the same clip, but they're all cropped vertically.
Yep.
Just so they're all kind of the same.
What we would call a triptych sometimes.
Yeah,
so you've got like And you see this in like old 70s kind of things where it's
Yeah.
like, bear, bear, bear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you've got the hits on your track, you would want to, and sometimes you would do like looking this way, looking this way,
Yeah.
looking this way.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
that's a good.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so you can easily do that by just maybe this is me showing my pants, but basically duplicating maybe all this clip like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just show you how you do that. So duplicate this 1, 2, and they're all the same clips.
Watch for the little duplicate button over there by Jeremy's shoulder. You can see it. Click. There we go.
I thought you were actually looking this way. It's like, oh yeah.
There's no button over there.
Right there. And yeah, just use the crop tool. And they're all gonna be different. So I kind of want to here. Well, it really all depends on how you do it. So I guess it really all depends, really.
Mm-hmm. It'd be difficult for us to see the crop happening
Yeah,
because they're all the
'cause
same
they're all the
image
same
over
clip.
top of each other.
So maybe if you like do like a different color correction first, and then just so you know the thing. But you know what I'm talking about. Just kind of do that little, put all of them on top of each other, and then just play around with the cropping tool. Move the other one here, one in the middle, the other one on the right.
Mm-hmm. Do it
And
up.
then that's how you do it.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and it's good to,
Yeah.
people might not think of Rush as something where you can do interesting frame
Creative
composites
things.
that way.
But it's all about how your creative process, and just do fun things. Experiment with crop, experiment with other things, because it makes a difference.
Mhm.
It looks like you're editing like on something like like After Effects maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, and like I would even say like firing open After Effects is a little bit of overkill for that kind of thing, right? So
Exactly.
some people might be, oh hey Travis Swan, how's it going, man? It's, but yeah, and
Yeah.
and let's see.
All right, so I'm gonna start color correcting these type of clips just so I could show you guys.
Right, because someone was asking, how do we color correct in this program?
All right, perfect. Let's see. I'm gonna use this just so there's a bunch of colors.
Mhm.
So I like. So I'm gonna do maybe that one right there. I'm gonna click on this color icon right here. So I love their preset effect. I think it was called Fuji. Just it brings out all the colors. Like if I were to turn it off, so that's before, that's the after.
Right.
Before, after. So I like to start off with that just for my base, and I'm gonna maybe put this to around 80, just so it's not too much. And then I would go to edit right here, and so you guys can see my skin tone looks normal, but I like it when it has a more vintage feel and it becomes more a little pinky.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use this tint tool right here and change that to maybe like 5 or 10 maybe. Yeah, 10. There you go.
And we can kind of see there are a bunch of areas that we would identify as like purely white in the frame, so you get a bit of that idea of
Yeah.
what is your reference point for whiteness in the frame, and you've got areas of total shadow, like I think there's a black shirt there behind you, so you can kind of see these are the areas of total blackness, and then everything in between is you've increased the vibrancy. It looks like the contrast is up a bit.
Yeah.
So these are all the big time sliders over there.
Exactly.
We can be messing
and
with.
you can always like play around with it however you want to, and I'm definitely gonna add like a little bit more vibrance. Maybe not too much. Just it looks subtle, but it has a difference in it. Trust me. Kidding. But also
And you can toggle with that switch to see like before and
so
after.
the before, like it's really flat right now. It looks colorful, but I just kind of enhance that.
Zoom in and enhance.
Yeah.
Zoom in and enhance. And it's when you're making these subtle changes, it can kind of be like, what am I even doing? What am I changing? So being able to click it on and off can be very
exactly.
helpful to figure it out.
And one cool thing about this, like if you don't want to do that same thing over and over again in all those clips, especially if you have a lot already, let's say I want to save this color preset, which you can do. Just click this little 3 button right here that says more options, create a preset, and name this Vibrance, whatever, Vibrance, or however you want to call it. Let's call this Evan. This
is the Evan filter.
So yeah, and as you can, and you might be wondering, okay, where did that preset go? Just go back right here to presets.
Where is it? I want it
Like,
back
where is
now.
It? Yeah, exactly. And as you can see, there's a your presets thing right here. Just drop down that, and there you go. And you can just kind of like drag this to maybe let's see. You can drag it to this clip. So you just kind of
There you go. I think that already added it automatically. Yeah, perfect. So for here as well, just do that. Boom,
Oh, big improvement.
boom,
And it's,
boom.
we talked a little bit about your channel's branding and your channel's look. You know, you're very vintage. That when you define a style that you're going to work with, it's great to be able to populate that out to your clips because,
Exactly.
you know, you're going to be working with the same kind of kit. You might be going to similar lighting situations, so you're going to have these presets you can deploy on your stuff, and it's just all about speeding you up. You know, you do it once, you get to use it so many times. It's wonderful.
And it's nice to have that, you know, like just the overall branding of yourself. Like me, I'm known as like the vintage type of YouTuber, thrift king.
The thrift king.
Yeah, and so I focus on those type of colors, and you'll definitely see that on my Instagram as well. So if you guys want to check my Instagram, it's I'm Jeremy Clyde. You'll see more vintage feel there. So yeah,
it's great. And that preset is going to carry over if you open up a new project. That preset's going to be available there. So it's not like
it's not just saved for this project.
Yeah.
So if you were to create a new project, you'll see that same preset there, which is amazing. It just makes things a lot easier, and you don't have to do that whole thing again. You can just kind of, and if you want to, let's say if I want to drag it to this one right here, for example, and just put that there. As you can see on this specific clip, it's kind of a little too bright, so you don't have to just like rely on that specific preset. Just go to edit, maybe toggle down the exposure just a little bit, increase the contrast. It's really up to you.
Because each clip might need its own little special attention.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just slight tweaks off the baseline.
Yeah.
When you start with you're already halfway there when you start with these presets.
Exactly.
That's terrific. Yeah. So it's good. We got Amy Lee walking into the building here. How's it going? Hey. So she's coming up next, but we're still here for another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So what else can we do in here? I want to see some audio ducking. I want to see that happen.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I want to hear that happen.
So I'm gonna be using that same music that we use for the stylized one. So I'm gonna use, it's called Groove. Also found this in my YouTube audio library. We're just gonna put this here, and as do you guys see that? It like went down. So I'm gonna just do that again. So right now Rush is telling me this someone speaking, right? And if I were to put this here, add it, it went down right away.
Oh.
This thing went down. We'll do that one more time just so you can see. So focus on the audio levels right here. So high, and then Rush said that, oh, someone's speaking there, so that just kind of like automatically ducked it. So
interesting. And do you have to toggle that on or off anywhere?
Yes. So so I'm gonna play it first, see if it's still too high, still too low, because you could always interchange that. So let's see. What's up, guys? It's Jeremy here. So as you can see, yeah. So I'm gonna go to the audio, and you can be more advanced with it by going like that. So maybe I'll do 20 because I don't want them to hear the music as much as my speaking voice.
What's up, guys? It's Jeremy here,
so maybe like
welcome
that.
back to my channel.
You can still kind of hear in the background, but
today's video is going to be another exciting
maybe a little bit more actually, just so.
one. I'm going to be doing another come through with me.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's nice to have an audio duck just because it just automatically does it for you. You don't have to, you know, it's so convenient. And yeah, just like what Alexandra Hetherington said.
And it could be very difficult to mix audio because you can be dealing with different sources. You're gonna have your audio tracks, like your vocal track that could be having a lot of high peaks, and if your speaker isn't maintaining the same energy throughout their speaking, if they're coming down like this, and then you have to boost that up and that kind of thing. And when you've got other tracks and they're competing, then the music needs to come in to compensate and that kind of thing. So it's great. And these are all features to speed you up. So we saw Tim's got your Instagram up there.
Yeah, if you guys want to check that out, go for it.
Coming into the end of the program, man. So it's been great. Thank you so much for coming here and hanging out with us. Jeremy Clyde. Tell people, you know, where they can see your stuff, where they can learn more about you, where they can become more fashionable.
Oh my God. All right, so if you guys are interested in checking out more of my work, I do have a YouTube channel called Jeremy Clyde, and I also have Instagram called I'm Jeremy Clyde, and I also have a blog. It's also I'm Jeremy Clyde. So, yeah, no, just all the same thing, just so it's easier for people to find me.
You are Jeremy Clyde.
Yeah, I'm Jeremy Clyde, guys.
All right, I've been Evan Abrams. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, thank you guys so much.
And, you know, stay tuned. Amy Lee's coming up next after we take a little 5-minute break. More chances to win, more stickers to give away. Submit your challenge videos, and we'll be back with you in about 5 minutes. Stick around.
Yeah.